Okay, so I just got to upload a short, so I gotta like mess with that a little bit, and then we're gonna get started in about 4 minutes. So yeah, let's see here. See something. Cool. And I'm just gonna get a small cup of some cold coffee, some cold brew. Cold brew you buy from Publix. And then we're gonna get going. Let's put on some EDM or something. Coinbase is down. Oh yeah, it wasn't even that big of a dump though. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of problems, a lot of things happening. What's up, Jamie? Coinbase is down. That's not a good. I mean, they should obviously be held accountable. We could dump more here. I mean, I was looking that you would have taken the just to start this out, guys. Or actually, let's not the music way too loud. Let's start this, guys. So. Latest, I just hit two nice take profits on a Bitcoin short. That was a trade in the exclusive Discord, a day short. Was messing around with a few scalps in there. I think I'm going to stop doing trade signals for like scalping like on the 1 minute time for on the low ones, because the reaction time for that has to be like really freaking high, and I think it's just not. Yeah, music steal, that's off now. But yeah, it has to be really high, and then so I'm going to mainly do more days and swings in the Discord, and it's a really good group. Highly recommend. If you guys are interested, join. Link in the description below. If you do sign up with my link to BITGET as well down below, and you deposit $100 or more, I'll give you a free month in the exclusive Discord. I think it's a pretty good value. We do have a really, good group in there. You shorted last night? Nice, Andrew Freeman. I did too. I just posted a short about that on YouTube. Wanted to, because we just hit the take profit, wanted to show you guys how to do that. I'm going to be doing a few more things with shorts, but you probably guys don't care too much. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I would be careful after a big drop down. Sometimes you get to these, you call them dumpy nights. Dumpy nights. I mean, you are seeing the green dots here a little bit, but I would be careful. I don't know if I would be going long yet. And there's a lot of people that we got to wipe out, I think, that went long. And I think the fact that, I don't know, people were talking about some level, I think it's a bunch of bull kind of, but some level that if we hold here, you're good. Look, I mean, guys, what we want to look at, the first thing we want to keep, what we want to keep focused on here is what we're seeing on the 4-day. And this is kind of a bearish div with split RSIs. We've never really seen, we saw something like that for the pandemic. People would say, black swan event. But I think even without the pandemic, you probably would have done, even without the pandemic here, I think you would have done something. Maybe you would have came down to here, 7,500. Maybe you would have had a, 30% drop instead. And typically what we're looking at here is, we're looking at, from, I guess the top. Wow, that's 30% down to 20. We're already down 30%. Wow, I didn't realize that. That's 30%. Yeah, I guess when you're at these lower numbers. No, that's 12%. I drew it wrong. That was okay. I was drawing it on I'm not on logs, so that's why. But 30% would bring me to 30% is right around there. So that could be the trajectory towards this. Also, you're looking at what I want to show you on the 2-week too, guys. This is important to look at. So this is important for your DCA strategy. I mean, your VWAP is coming down here. You're in the red. You're going to confirm the red in 9 days. On regular candles, it's usually the opposite here. Regular candles, you didn't even confirm in the red back there. So in terms of, I did DCA. I did do a buy back in, when was it, like December or January. It's still in profit. I mean, if you're somebody who's more bearish like me, probably, the time to sell would have been at 24, but you're still not too far off. I mean, to get out of that and then start over once this, confirms in the red. I would wait. Tough call here, but I would probably say it's best to wait until the next red dot confirms here, because you may get a blood diamond and you may get, I don't want to say no crash or nothing, because it doesn't always happen, but you may get, something that ain't too fun. Here. Probably going to be more gradual. I mean, my best guess would be something of a more gradual decline. The thing too is, what I hear some people saying too is, like, some people are thinking something more sideways. I remember a lot of people were saying they were thinking it was gonna be more sideways back right around the Bitcoin conference, right around here when we were at 40, and then so when people, I don't know, when people think it's gonna be sideways, it crashes. But yeah, I mean, that was a rough time. That was worse than any. Just from this drop down over this period of, 63%. Not a fun time to be in Bitcoin, but Yeah, I mean, ultimately, I kind of think, the best DCA strategy here, and this is, this is the thing. What's up, Nightshade? Shout out to Nightshade. I'm talking about what you were saying in the comment. This is looking atrocious in the 2 week, but I think once we confirm the red dot and confirm in the red here, and that would be, it could be a month, would be a really good DCA opportunity for about 8 months. If you're starting, say you start in April, yeah, that would be till December. That'd be a really good opportunity, and yeah, that's what I think. But yeah, we did have that short. We did have that easy short from last night. We've been in. I'm still in that. I had 2 take profits, so still in that. That was a trade in the Discord. If you guys are interested, a link in the description below. Nightshade, I got to make you a moderator. Let's see. Yeah, I got to make you a mod. And I think I'm going to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time going forward. I'm going to get Restream. That's what. Shout out to Miss Teen Crypto. Check out her channel. I had her on the other day. I feel really bad. I screwed up the audio. It was all my fault. It was not her fault. She's much more smart and advanced than me. I made a mistake with the audio. Now I finally fixed that. The Mac is now compatible. The new Mac M1s are compatible with the new software now. So the software is compatible with it, I should say. So yeah. Yeah. So Jeff Dickinson, guys, don't be shy. Ask me questions. What are you guys thinking? Are you guys going degenerate long right now? What are you chasing the buy, chasing the short? The late short entry. I heard Coinbase is down. What's going on? Yeah. So the thing too is, if we look at, I just want to show you too the other thing too on the macro here, and the macro is important to really pay attention to because we are traders, but we got to be. You need to do everything to be. You need to do everything, especially long term too. Long term, you need to know that too, obviously. This is probably going to end up in the red for the first time ever, I think. And when would this happen? When would this happen? Assuming we come down into April, end up in the red. And I think when that crosses into red, if it was like the NASDAQ, that's going to be a continuation downward. We could have, guys, we could have 6 to 12. Well, not really. 12 would be a nightmare. 6 to 10, I would say. 6 to 10 more red months. We got 3 green so far here. From this, well, on the monthly, we could have 8 red candles. 8 red candles here. I just want to show you. This would be 8. This would bring us to November. We could have probably up to 10, I would say, into January. We could have up to that many, I think, guys. We could have a lot of red candles here, and I wonder what people are going to say. People are going to, if I end up being right, people are going to be like, Evan Aldo was right. Evan Aldo was right. Let's see the chat. ETH with double blood diamonds on the daily. Oh, we'll look at ETH in a second. I didn't realize that. No, I've been in ETH short since February 13th. I've been in ETH short since probably a little bit before that. There was a ETH swing short that we've been in, or I've been in an exclusive Discord for about a month now. So, would I enter a short on Sol now? I believe I'm still, I am swing short on Sol. Right now, at this moment, I would probably wait till if we could hopefully see a little bit more of a jump. But yeah. And the thing too is the monthly is gonna probably, now my feeling is you probably will bottom out before the monthly goes into the red. Maybe not though, but I feel like, most likely the next green dot on Bitcoin will be the reason, will be the bottom, will be at the bottom signal. It could be 2 more green dots, but I do think on ETH, we'll talk about ETH, but I think ETH is a little bit different. It's more delayed. I do think because of the volatility in ETH, the next green dot in ETH, we'll get a red dot pretty soon, I think, right after the green dot that just confirmed. But the next red dot will probably give us the bottom. That could be months and months before we see that, though. Am I still in that short from a few days ago? I'm in the one from last night. I have to, a few days ago, I'm trying to think. I just started I think that one got stopped out in profit. It was all the scalp ones got stopped out in profit, I believe. You want a heavy short per month. So, Andrew Freeman, yeah, if you have the, not financial advice, but if you have the right, risk management, stop losses, yeah, you could probably get a nice buck going swing short off of this. You could get a nice buck probably going swing short off of the NASDAQ. A nice buck going swing short of the S&P 500. Hell, probably even the Dow, although that's probably the one that's going to go down the least. Get a nice swing short going short on Apple. Probably get a nice swing short going short on Amazon. You know, can I go on? It's a bear market. I mean, you know what I mean? You could get a lot of stuff happening. So what we want to look at here, let's just see what's happening in the short term. For I didn't take I would have taken, definitely would have taken here. I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, you see the area, you know, you get the, I mean, people would be like, oh, should I have, this wouldn't have worked out too well. I like to use regular candles for like these, you know, more scalp, but that wouldn't have worked out too well unless you had a very lenient stop loss. That was kind of the trap there. But after that, and the thing here is the money flow wasn't starting to come up. Here, money flow starting to come up, so that was a juicy entry. Now, right now, you'd probably be okay. I mean, you're not really going to run into any traffic until up here, I guess, 22.8. So you might be able to ride this up now. You might be able to ride this up. I mean, if you were to do something of this nature, I'd probably take profits there. You might be okay. Now, is there anything in between there? No, not really. You do have the market size for SR point there, the VWAP. You could come into contact with that. If we are entering, you know, we're entering a more bearish, you know, environment, I think. A much more bearish environment, I think. And I think that you probably don't need to go long. You do very well in this game, I think, not going long for probably the next 6 to 10 months, theoretically, especially if you're day trading, swing trading. The scalp stuff, even that, I mean, just take the short scalps. But yeah, let's see. Seen a lot more leverage on your scalps usually. Yeah, so Nightshade, I've been experimenting with a different kind of type of scalp that I used to do. Like, I wasn't really scalping at all for a while. And I've been doing more scalps like with the trigger waves, stuff of that nature. Like back in the day, I probably wouldn't. I mean, maybe sometimes I would have taken a scalp like this, but not as much. Like in terms of like where you put the stop loss, I mean, let's just see if you were to enter there. That's a 1%, so that's a volatile thing. Like I haven't. This is like different. That's more of a. I wouldn't be going no high 50x leverage for that. But if I was doing something like this, and you're doing a stop loss here. Look at this, you know, like that percentage. That's where you could crank up the leverage. It's just a tool. It's just a tool, man. It's all about, you know, how much do you want to risk on the particular bet. LLH, yeah. I mean, from what I'm seeing here, money flow crossover on the 1 minute. I mean, maybe try to long back up to here. Hopefully. Maybe you'll see that. I also want to look at, okay, so we have the red dot here on the daily. So this, I think this kind of, what we're seeing on the daily here kind of just nullified kind of the notion. See, the money flow is coming back out here. I feel like this nullified a lot of the notion to just come down and come back up. See, money flow is coming back out there. Also, let's look at ETH, what Nightshade was saying a second ago. Double blood diamond on? Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty bearish. If it does confirm, you got 21 hours for it to confirm. It may not, but yeah, I think ultimately I'm still in an ETH short. I think forget where my first take profit is. That's a trade in exclusive Discord. That's a one from I've been in for a while. You know, that's I've been in for a while, but ultimately, you know, right there, 1402. I think this is a pretty good risk reward ratio. Just betting that was the top there. You'd probably be okay. You might want to wait till this confirms in a day, but when it comes down, man, when it rains, it pours, guys. When it rains, it pours. Low leverage short, you know, swing. Do I think Bitcoin is going down under 20K? Yes, I think it inevitably will. You know, it's a matter of time. I mean, I think partially we could still see a boringness in this March, potentially for a lot of this March, more boringness, at least for Bitcoin. Or we could just come down. I'm leaning towards the latter, just come down, bearish, you know. That's what I've been saying. Dogecoin, yeah, sure. Let's look at Dogecoin, yeah. So I big shock. I'm bearish on Dogecoin. I know, big shock. Nobody would have guessed. So Paul Barrett, he's like, "Oh no, you're bearish." Oh man, I never would have thought. But look. Here's the deal. You got a technical target at 2 cents. But there's no traffic until, you're not going to hit traffic until about a cent. So you're on thin ice with this. I don't know. Maybe if there's a scare with Robinhood going bankrupt, everybody's going to take their shit off of Robinhood, because you know a lot of people that own this have it on Robinhood. And I mean, yeah. So that's what I'm looking at there. It could be a nice swing short. This, I think I actually am sure in this. I don't know if it was something I singled out or whatever, but no, it looks like you're breaking out of this area and looks like you're generally headed down. It could take more time. I don't see it there being, you know, it's probably going to take people the time to even get it off of Robinhood or whatever, but I don't see there being a huge crash, more of a gradual decline. Now, if you map it out like this, here to there, let's see here. Yeah, there to there, that's a 5 cent, 5.5 cent at this area. So I think you could hit that by the end of the month. I think would be a nice target for this pile of junk here. And yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I think it's going to go down. Matt Cox, I'm going to eat steak in this month. Yeah, so the Mt. Gox, you know, that's the question of how many people have their thing. And people have been talking about Mt. Gox for the past, since June of 2022. So I'll believe it when I see it. That's not the biggest thing I'm worried about. I'm more the ETH on staking. I think a lot of people may need that money and they may sell. So I think that's going to be a more sell the thing. Mt. Gox, I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I have nothing to do with Robinhood since they messed up. Yeah, Robinhood could be interesting. There could be a bankruptcy scare with that. I don't know. It could take time, but that's, if I could see Doge crashing really hard, it could be that reason. The other way Doge comes down, just gradually, people just gradually sell it on Robinhood because they need the money. That's kind of what happens in recessions. They don't sell because they want to. Well, you should want to sell this crap, believe me, but they sell because they have to. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at right there. And let's just see what's happening. Are we coming up? What was the, okay, let's look at the Coinbase one. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot of longs that were just entered here. I don't know if I would take this. Usually, from the environment we've been in, usually this would work out. It's probably going to go lower, though. It's just a matter of, you know, how high do we get before that. So yeah. And also the thing, too, let's see if there's any new, like, bearish developments here with this little drop down. Weekly about to print, you know, red dot. The 6 day has, guys, look at this. Look at this and tell me there's not a chance we could dump quite a bit in the next 6 to 8 months from this. This is like the first time ever we've even seen this on the weekly. Very split RSIs. I mean, you saw it here. You saw it here and you came up a little bit more. I'll give you that. Kinda. This was not really, is not really split RSIs, or a little split. Here is like massive, like gaping split RSIs, like serious issues. Did CF catch the dump? I don't know, I hope so. CF has been killing it the last few months. Well, he's always killing it, man. CF's always good. CF is the GOAT. CF is the greatest. CF is incredible at this shit. Like, I think I'm good, and then I look at what CF's doing. Like, he knows what the hell he's doing. Like, nobody could. I don't know if it's the cigarettes. I don't know what it is, but man. Well, I mean, he created the indicator. It's just experience. He's been in it. He's created these, you know. And he did everything to do it. Like, he bought a lot when we were low back in, 2018, 2019. I think it was more so 2019. Never let. There's always opportunities. Whether it's a 3-year trade, a 1-day trade, a 5-minute trade, there's always different ways to do it. Are we going to get a bounce from here? I would say most likely. I mean, it does. That's the question right now. I mean, in this environment, you're about to get a 3-minute bullish div here. In this environment, I'd be a little afraid with the blood down, like an ETH and stuff. Possibility to come down lower. I think if you do get a bounce, we probably could come up back to this area. But I kind of think you're going to roll over and go lower. And yeah, What coins would I short right now if I didn't have a choice? So it would be swing shorts right now. I would probably short Doge. I would short AVAX. I would short Solana. Probably Cardano. I would short a lot of the alts, man. Probably even XRP. Yeah, I would short a lot of this stuff looks the same. I mean, that's not. I would short like maybe the higher market cap alts just because those are probably less volatility, less wicks, I would assume. But yeah, I mean, I would short a lot of crap. I'd short a lot of stuff, guys. Which I already am. A lot of swing shorts. I don't know if I would enter at the moment. Like, I'd be waiting to probably. I just exited out by accident. But I'd probably be waiting to enter this guy. Is Ethereum, kind of short. And I think, too, like, for the, I do give a lot of advice on this in the exclusive Discord, too. And if you guys are interested in that, I just want to mention this day short that I've been in, hit 2 take profits. Entered last night. We do have exclusive Discord. There's the link in the description below in the pinned comment. If you guys want to sign up for BITGET, use my link for BITGET. Or I'll let you do this. If you sign up for MEXC, either BITGET or MEXC with my links down below, either one, both great exchanges. MEXC has 0 fees if you limit in, which is really good. If you use my link and deposit $100 and send me like the email or the UID that you use to sign up, and with my link, I will give you 1 free month in the exclusive Discord. So if you guys are interested in that, send me a DM on Discord with that, or tag me in the Discord with the email you used, or don't tell everybody your email. Send it to me, or just tell me that you DM'd me or whatever, and I will give that. You need to join the free Discord to its channels to get into the premium, so you can get access to the premium. It's through Patreon is when you get the premium channels. So I think it's a really good group. I think it's a good deal compared to, I know a lot of like other groups that don't give any trade signals or really less info, less good stuff than I think I give, and they're far more expensive. So check that out if you're interested. Also, the links to exchanges, it's the top 3 down below: BitGet, BITGET, MEXC. Those are my 3 favorite right now. I mean, BITGET has the highest trading volume. But I think MEXC is going to be one of the next big ones. I think it's going to do similar to what BitGet did. You don't need a VPN if you're using MEXC, which is a good perk. So yeah. And on Ethereum right now, we have let me go on my Coinbase chart. We have I'll look at Cardano right after this. Another blood diamond. So double blood diamonds in the 4-hour, double blood diamonds in the daily. I think Ethereum is, Ethereum is going to, and let's see. Oh, okay, we're below the point. Interesting. I mean, if we could reclaim this, I think this will act as resistance and continue downward. So yeah, I mean, that daily, let's just look at, I mean, even if it's like one of these that are like kind of buy signals almost, you know what I mean? I mean, that's still like a good amount down more, even if it's just like that. I mean, that's still bringing it down to like 14, that low right there. And it could be bad, guys. Like, it could be bad here. Like, it could be, I know I sound like you could come right back to 1,000. And you could stay under 1,000 for many a months, guys. You could be under 1,000 for a year or more here. You could come down to 300 worst case scenario, I think. 9,000 Bitcoin worst case scenario. So yeah. Let's look at Cardano, yeah. That was my technical target. It was 4 cents for XRP. Do I use DPS? Yeah, not as much, but yeah. Any news for the up? I don't know. Let's see. Let's look at Cardano. So I think Cardano, similar to a lot of the altcoins, are just going to continue to bleed, against Bitcoin, as we've seen. It's funny that you say 4 cents. That was my target right there. I don't know if it's. Well, we'll see what the hell happens with XRP, but yeah, let's look here. And you got the red dot in the weekly, so this is going to confirm in 2 days. It looks like a pretty good short opportunity, and that could be, my main guess too is kind of like 2019. Say the rally's over. This is kind of like 2019, except you make lower lows because the rally was just less. You know what I mean? You come down to 13 cents, 15 cents, that area. That's what I'm kind of thinking. That's what I'm kind of thinking here. I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, I'm sure I know there's people who think I'm crazy for saying this, but I'm just telling you objectively how I'm interpreting this. I mean, we got bad stuff going on in the world. We got a nation with a lot of debt, a nation that's going to keep, you know, Fed's going to keep being hawkish for the most part. Economically, a lot of layoffs. We're due for economic things to not be as good. A lot of credit card debt, a lot of issues. I'm just stating facts here, guys. And let's see, 13-cent Cardano, dreaming of that. Yeah, and I think you may get your dream here. I don't know about yeah. MEXC is really good. So yeah, the tight to zero line trigger wave. Yeah, it's the other side. Yeah, this is bearish amplified, and I mean, I'll just tell you guys. I mean, I've been in the game long enough where there were people commenting. You know, I was looking at one of my old videos, and there were comments when I was talking about, I don't know, up here. I was talking about us potentially going under 20K. No, I think I was, well, all right, I'll tell you the whole thing. Back here, this is when I flipped, not here, around here, flipped pretty damn bearish. Just because what we were seeing, especially with the blood diamond, you know, over here, that type of stuff was all coming up. There were a lot of big signs here. Around April, and people were telling me, no, we're never going under 30K. It's already institutions block. Went under 30K. I was talking about us going to 25K. Buy in May at 24K. You didn't quite get there or whatever. It wasn't a good buy area, obviously, in hindsight. But, you know, and then I was talking about us going, you know, lower to lower places there. People said, no, we're never going under 20K. Went under 20K. And then, you know, it was more half and half here, but there were people commenting on my videos. Bottom is in, well lower. People all the way here, comment down video. Bottom is in. Maybe they're right. They'll eventually be right. But my main predicament is I feel like those people have to be gone for us to really see the bottom, sadly. What's up, Cool? Appreciate you showing up. Shout out to Cool. You took a short stint. Nice. That's good, man. Yeah. Eventually be right. Yeah, that's the thing. So I think, you know, I think ultimately if we just draw it out the way, you know, I think it's going to be something of this nature. I wouldn't count the pandemic. Something of this nature, I think that's probably already one of it's that trajectory. Something of that nature, you know, August, it's only 17K. I feel like you got to go lower though. Maybe that's one print. You know, Bitcoin goes to 17K and a lot of these alts just bleed like hell against it. What if you already have a BITGET account and want to use my promo? Okay, so that's why I'll let you guys. You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys you could create a new BITGET account or create a MEXC account. Just show me send me tell me your UID or your email you used to deposit the $100, and send me a DM on Discord with it. If I don't answer you within, you know, I don't know, 12 hours, give me a little bit of time. Just tag me in the Discord and tell me I haven't checked your DM, okay? Because I get a lot of DMs, and then I will give you a free month. I'll let you guys do it for any exchange. You could create a new account as well on BITGET or whatever. You can create a new account if you want to get my promo. And yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they don't care. I think you could have as many accounts as you want. So I actually believe that there's no way we can go 26K from here. I think anything can happen. I just don't think it's likely. I don't think it's very likely. I think the odds are like 10 to 20% or less. Yeah, you need a new email. Yeah, Wendell, you need to do a new email. That's all you need. Just make a new Gmail or something. That's all you need to do. They don't care. You could have as many, you know, you could do one account for your scalp trades, one account for your day trades, one account for your swing trades. 3 accounts is a good amount. I mean, if you want to move money, in case one exchange goes down, you could do one account on BITGET, maybe use that for scalps, one account on MEXC, use that for days, and one account on BITGET, use that for swing trades that you only check once a week or something, yeah. That would be a pretty good strategy, I would say. If the market dumps and everyone is selling, well, there'll be issues trying to sell yourself. So that happens with Coinbase, and people kind of do get screwed over that. The trick with that is to move your money around in different places. And obviously you want to keep some on a hardware wallet that, you know, you're going to keep, you know, kind of a hodl bag. if you have stuff in different places, usually you're okay. Bybit is pretty good with that historically. The times their exchange has gone down, they've like given people money back for that. That's the only time I've ever seen an exchange like do that, which is really good. So yeah. Appreciate you. Yeah, yeah. Appreciate you. Also, Market Cipher, forgot to mention, use my link to get the promo BearCub 20% off. That's definitely a limited time. I don't think they're going to do that. I was talking to Crypto Flop and Groper about that. I don't think they're going to do that for extremely long. So yeah, guys. Let's check that out. And let's see here. Yeah, you can always buy. Looks like we're gonna roll over here. Yeah, I would say ultimately, if you took the main scalp, would have been to go here, get in here, and you probably would have wanted to take prime. I mean, not saying you can't go higher, but I don't know. It looks like you're rolling over here. I'd be careful. I think we're just in a different environment where we're not going to see the jumps that we were seeing before. This could be the start of kind of a nightmare. I want to look at. Let's just see here. I want to look at the like CNBC articles. What the hell, their sour futures down. Yeah, that would make sense. Dow down 43 points, something too crazy. But yeah, I think we're going to be seeing more. It's going to be a different environment going forward, guys. It's going to be more red days than green days for stock market. How much is MC with the code? I don't know. You type in, click my link and type in the code, and it'll tell you. But I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, I mean, we had our little, beginning of a year rally, and then yeah, it's kind of, that's an In-N-Out burger probably. Heading for more pain. Well, that means dead cat bounce, but yeah. So let's just look at, okay, so we're seeing, not seeing the real signs we want to see. Potentially on the 10-minute, I would say probably, 6-minute might get a red dot, and then you get a bullish div. That could be, a good place to go long, potentially. But kind of what I'm seeing, especially kind of, I think the environment's just different. And, you don't need to be, going along as much. You probably won't need to be going along for a few months here, especially, the good indication where you could get away with just all shorts is kind of giant bearish div here. Also weekly red dot, split RSI coming down. I mean, it's worse on ETH. It looks bad, worse on ETH, which I think ETH is going to really get hit hard here. So yeah, 4 hour, yeah. March is looking like a red. March, April, I think will be red months. Probably May too. The sell in May go away, and that's where you start seeing the real. Like you're gonna see, because even though you got to realize even if Bitcoin holds up somewhat well and only goes down to let's say 17K, 16K, 15K again, alts are gonna really get hit hard. I mean, if you look at let's just look at the Bitcoin, ETH Bitcoin evaluation here. Well, okay, yeah, ETH Bitcoin, this could potentially, I think this will go down at least, 20%. The technical target, if you break down from there, is going to be 50%. Now, I don't know if it'll be that bad. That's going to be ugly, but, I mean, especially with regulation coming up, I mean, it was funny too, Alex Becker's Twitter post that I retweeted earlier. It was like, you all are on drugs if you think it's going to higher, and I see where he's coming from. I mean, yeah, and if you look at, this was July of 2020. Cardano was, let's see, I was trying to decide. Yeah, so 2020, you jumped, that was, hold on a second here. That was the pandemic? So Cardano was hold on, oh no, that was ADA, yeah. Because it did ski against Bitcoin. I thought that was just regular. I was like, what? But, I think it's going to be this trajectory, Cardano against Bitcoin. And where's that going to bring you to, something like here potentially? I don't know if it's going to be that low, probably not that low, but I feel like, you know, a lot of these could bleed it a lot. I think this one probably will bleed close to 50%. Yeah, Alex Becker's been pretty good. Yeah. The tweet was like, I forget what it was. I retweeted it, but it was like, y'all are on drugs if you think we're to keep going up with Bitcoin. And, you know, I don't like to, you know, there's arguments either way. Anything can happen, guys. Like, we know that. You know, anything can happen, but, you know, it just really doesn't look, really doesn't look like the thing I want to see right now. And let's look back at, I want to see what ETH is doing on the lower time frames. So, yeah, you got the big move down. Now you're just trending sideways. Okay, so if we could see money flow coming up in the 3-minute bullish div here, you'd probably have a good shot. Not saying it's the best idea, but you probably have a decent shot of winning the scalp. You know, the scalp maybe up to this area. We could put this out and keep an eye on this, see how this does. Maybe something of this nature to the market cipher SR point or something. Most likely after a big move, you do see things come up a bit. You know, it's kind of an agonizing thing. But I still have silver trades. So a lot of the silver I have, Nightshade, I do have one like leveraged silver trade I'm just riding up, but well, now it's down a bit, but it's still in profit, I believe. But I'm just holding silver, like just holding a lot on spot, like the ETFs. That's what I'm doing. But yeah. So yeah, and oh, did I even? I probably didn't even. Whatever. Yeah, this is the VWAP, the market cipher SR point. It's a VWAP, like it's an average price point kind of. I forget exactly how it's calculated, but yeah, it's a decent tool. It's a good tool. I like the spiral lines better. Obviously, those are usually hold more weight, but this isn't bad. Yeah, you're about to get that money flow generally coming up. We'll see if we could get that 3-minute, but I don't know. I feel like we could come down farther here. And yeah, next spiral line for this is I mean, it's ETH. There's less but 14. I feel like ETH has been high too, man. Like ETH's high, like 15 compared to like what Bitcoin is at and what it's not like 15. 15's pretty high for this. I don't know. And the thing too that, you know, let's just looking at Bitcoin on these lower time frames. Yeah, this is coming up a bit. Yeah, it would be that type of trade if we do. Yeah, I mean, you do have that's a bullish div. Yeah, it's going to confirm in 2 minutes. Bring it up a little bit more here. I think you'll probably see something of, can you repeat that? Maybe something like that. Curious if it does play out that way. Maybe something like that. That'd probably be a good scalp long or something with the 3-minute right there. That'd be my guess here. If this can confirm in a minute, but and if you're going to be going long on something, probably should be Bitcoin for the reasons I mentioned. I'm curious about Bitcoin dominance through this little drop down here, a little dump down. Bitcoin that's probably had a ooh, that's interesting. It's still coming down with blood. That's interesting. I would have been expecting it to start to come up. I think it will. It's just a matter of time. It's been a stubborn one, but that monthly, I think it will. For our potential, let's look at that. It's not loading. Weird. 4 hour, maybe on this one. Oh, is my? Oh, okay. Yeah, you could get that bullish div in the 4 hour. That's gonna take some time, but yeah, that would be the place to potentially do that. Do that long. Too. So 7% drop down. Wow. Yeah. 21.7. Let's look at that. That's, so there is another, yeah. 21.2 I have in the high volume, yeah. Volume area low. That's a pretty big place, 21.7, yeah. I think you might end up there and then start to come up a bit, but yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right there. But in terms of like, I mean, if you were to, let's see, let's just see, you know, if you were to try to, let's see, like shorting ETH right now. So, okay, let's say you want to short ETH, and I think I drew this out. Yeah, this would be a nice one. I think this would do you pretty well, most likely. I don't know, but I think something of this nature, like the take profits 1400, stop loss above there. I mean, unless things really turn around soon, you're not going above that high. Unless I think the odds are very low. Close a lot of my ETH at 1530. Curious market is going to try to pump away. You know, it usually does kind of find a way to stop you out most of the time, but this could be a big trend reversal. You know, this could be a big trend reversal. Yeah, there's no reasons to really think about long. Buy in May at 10K. That's what you're thinking of, Quill? Buy in May at 10K. Might steal that and tweet that. Big time ascending channel. We can look at that. I mean, I don't know. This is just, I think, a nice double top. Just a double top and then coming down. I mean, nothing really looks good. Not one of these time frames really look good here, guys. And there was like a person that I remember was always commenting like, you're going to lose a lot of money going short, you're wrong, you're right, and then look what happens. I mean, to be fair, I was not as bullish, you know, more bearish than I should have been coming up here, but so far, I mean, we hit the 200 weekly, rejected from that, not a good sign, and nothing's looking good. So yeah. And the main trajectory, I think, down. I mean, maybe we hit this too, this prediction, Sunday, the 5th. And that 8 hour too, that looks like it's gonna roll over into the red there. Sugar wave, that would have been a good short to go in once that confirmed. And yeah, that's the thing here too. I mean, let's look at what's like the highest time frame that's about to, usually always happens first on regular candles, but highest time frame that's about to print, or okay, so there's a 7-day printing a red dot. Not quite. Okay, 7 days. That's the first time. Well, okay, if you look at this, we had some split RSIs there. That wasn't the top. He came up a little bit higher, so it wouldn't be completely unpredictable for something like that to happen. But I think ultimately, yeah, it could be down more. If you do count in the pandemic and this kind of, you know, prediction downward here, that would give us a trajectory to freaking 7K. I really hope that doesn't happen, but yeah. We'll go down to 14K, okay. Yeah. That's what's interesting too. Let's look at like on the Bitstamp chart, or on like, yeah, one of the big boy charts, like compared to like kind of like 2015, maybe there's some trajectory that, so if we're, you know, say we're like right, yeah, I don't know, if we're like here, that wick up, this was January 2015, and then August 2015 was not fun. I forget what caused that crash. But that was, I think that was just on this chart that it went that low, though. I don't know. Let's just see this. I'm curious about this. Oh, man, this is going to take some time. No. Ooh, this isn't going to be good. Oh, wow. That's like exactly to your 500 weekly moving average. That's where the 500 weekly move. Wow. I think you're going to test it, man. And that could be your bottom. That's a big place for a potential bottom. 500 weekly, I think, is going to be a good potential. But ETH Shanghai upgrade is going to unlock millions of ETH. Yeah, that could be another place to, yeah, the Shanghai. That's going to unlock some of my ETH that I have on Kraken. And I'm at least going to take it off of there. Probably put in a hardware wallet, but maybe I'll, I don't know. Oh, let's see. XRP looks like it's coming down to bullish dip with momentum. Okay. Well, I'm not advising. I'm not talking about doing anything right now, but comes in March 14. Yeah. What's up, Delta 9? What's up, D? D man, I like that. But oops. So let's look at that. Let's look at a potential, like if we were to try to go long right now or something. So, oh yeah, the thing we were looking at here for the potential to go long was the 3-minute. Oh, you didn't even confirm. Did you yeah, you did confirm a bullish div over here, but not the one we were looking. I would wait for the next one. We didn't confirm the potential one that we wanted. A minute, you're going to confirm another one. That could give you what you need. I think the 3-minute probably would, because that's going to be a pretty big bullish div that usually would give you what you need. You know, conservative with it, maybe come up to here, that pocket, 22.5, yeah. They're still following. So Stephen Wood. 0 prints and balances. Yeah. Anyway, guys, check out my link if you're interested in the exclusive Discord. Had a good day short that hit 2 take profits on this drop down. I entered last night, or yesterday afternoon around 5 p.m. That was a good one. I am gonna stop posting as many like quick, scalps in there. I'm gonna focus more on the day trades and swing trades. Scalps are like so hard to. Because it's like the move could be over by the time I post it, you know what I mean? Like it's like, in a heavy Matic short, yeah, let's look at Matic. It'll hit 27, 28. Yeah, a lot of people think, some people think so. I don't think so, but people are still, yeah, I mean, you kind of need people to be talking about higher points too, to have it come down lower. That's kind of how it works. So let's look at this. That's a bearish trajectory. That's a higher, if we were to compare it to, the main comparison here is this one. And I kind of have a weird feeling it might be something like that. I don't know. This was at 1, 2 cents. That's down to double bottom, 44 cents. So you could probably hold it. I'd say you could hold this for a few months here. If we break out of that channel there, this sideways consolidation, I mean, everybody's excited about this thing. It's not even like, it hasn't done really anything in the last like over 6 months. Last year almost, not much, guys. It's at the same price it was here in February 22. It hasn't done too much. It did come up from here. If you bought at the lows, I mean, you are up quite a bit, 150%, nothing too crazy. Everybody's getting excited about this. They're not making too much money on it. Let's see. Yeah, trade just in for yet. Whales dumped, yeah. Says we'll change it back. Yeah. Whales are selling, okay. And that, yeah, that's a trajectory. That's why things happen with Matic. Tomorrow I may be looking to enter some more swing trades in the alts. I will keep you guys posted in Discord. Those are like going to be low effort, I've been short on this, I don't even think I hit my first take profit, or might have just hit it now, the first take profit on this. I think you can see a trajectory of this nature into May, lower low here. And that's where we're going to be seeing, kind of the pain, the real depression phase. So, yeah, 21.5K bounce. Let's look at what's happening. So, yeah, here's our... I think once this confirms, it would probably... I'd give it like... you probably have a 70% chance of making it this high. For a stop loss, I mean, it really depends how risky you want to be. This is assuming this confirms in 2 minutes, first of all. I don't know. I mean, to get a good risk-reward ratio, and you could try to be ballsy and do something of this nature. I don't know what the hell I mean, that's just full out risk. I feel like the market's going to find a way to stop you out, but maybe something like that. That's a good risk reward. That's a really good first scalp, something like that, maybe. Once this confirms. I'm not going to take it. I just don't feel like taking nothing, but let's see, massive liquidations at 21.3. We could look at that. I have that on high block capital. Too many shorts for that. I think what'll happen. Let's like go on the lower ones. We come up a bit here. I don't know. We maybe even up to 23K, and then we roll over and go down to where I'm at. It's kind of crazy how the liquidations are all at the. So maybe that'll happen the next 4 days when we hit that area. Crazy liquidations are all at my spider line. This is where you gotta go long, probably. Quaint at the moment. Let's look at quaint. Forgot about that. I'm not that into this one. Yeah, I mean, the red dot here, I mean, it could be. I mean, some of these, it could be a bad trajectory down, guys. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if it's into April, you know, back down to that area, sure. Absolutely could come down more here. Order blocks at 23.4. So, okay. That means might get up to 23.4. I would think you'd probably hit traffic there. Well, 23.4, this spiral line, sure. And now, okay. This is about to confirm in 26 seconds. Jeez, the freaking move is gonna happen before this confirms. Something like this might work pretty well here. I mean, the way you'd enter as soon as it confirms in 15 seconds. Yeah, I'd probably give that a shot. I really don't feel like entering nothing now. I'm not gonna. Sorry, this will be the first live stream in a few that I didn't enter anything on it, but yeah, I'd probably give it a shot. I think this is not a bad risk reward ratio. If you're ballsier, you could do something like that. I don't know if I think that's the best idea. I'd probably want to hang on. I don't know. Where would you guys put a stop here? What's up, Kevin? Where would you guys put a stop? I kind of want to enter. I'm not even logged into BITGET, and I can't because my internet. So this is like one of those. People are thinking this is like a stupid excuse, but the way my internet is, if I put on a VPN, I can't the internet doesn't work, so I can't even log into BITGET since I got logged out. I could do it on my phone though, but I don't have good cell data. I have T-Mobile because I got it for international because it's better for that. Terrible idea. The coverage, at least in Miami, coverage is awful. But yeah, 91x. Yeah. But if you guys are taking this fictitious trade, congrats to you. You're already in the green. And we're probably going to make it up to that VWAP, but we'll see. This one, yeah. Yeah. I think yeah, or yes is ja in German, right? I think yes is ja. I think it is. Right there, 2 yellow X's. Yeah, the thing too is it's a little tough to say because you always on one side a lot of people are FOMO into shorts, and the other side a lot of people are trying to long, so it just becomes a little battle. But yeah, Evan, Aldo, so let's see here. Breaking out there on Doge. Doge is similar to XRP too. Yalman. That's like Jamaica. But yeah. Let's see, what else should we look at? Let's look at a few other. Let's look at AVAX real quick. Yeah, I mean that's the same trajectory. I mean, I would be most inclined to probably go short on Cardano. I was talking about going short on Cardano days ago. It was Cardano and one other. I had it written down. So yeah, And I mean, we've looked at, let's look at like, I don't know, coin market cap here. Oh yeah, BNB I want to look at because I think that's going to get hit hard eventually. Yeah, I mean, your technical target for this kind of wedge is down there, and then yeah, 170. You don't have much, man. If this gets hit, it's kind of a delayed effect. Everybody was talking about this getting hit, nothing really happened, but yeah, it could be a delayed effect. That's coming out. Although it doesn't look as bad as some other things. Actually, yeah, that looks pretty bad. I think it could be. I mean, if it's like this trajectory, this was volatile, weird crap, but. You've already invalidated that. You've been too sideways, but yeah. That's possible, I feel like. 116. In Norwegian to jaw. Oh, it's jaw. Okay. Jaw in Norwegian. Jaw. What is no in Norwegian? I know in German it's 9. 9, I think. Yeah, 9. 9. 9. Yeah. Let's see. How's this doing? Yeah, it's kind of the money flow is coming out, but now you're seeing more trajectory to come farther. I mean, it could be like this or whatever. Ooh, yeah. Even if it's like that, you're gonna come higher. Yeah, it did go. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, because that didn't top out until that's when you entered the bull run. But we know we're not gonna enter no. Yeah, I think it could come higher once it blows up. That's what we gotta worry about happening. Knee, I don't know. Yeah, knee. Yeah, it's all these languages come from some Latin. I think they all, even Norwegian, right? They come from Latin. Everybody in everybody in Scandinavia speaks English pretty well, I think. Maybe except like for really old people or something. How's the sheep? That looks so bad, man. That's, I mean, imagine if it's like that again. Ooh, that's like, that could go to 0 even. I don't know though. That's a 70% drop down, and then that's 84% drop up. What is it down? So it was probably down like 95 or something. Only 91, wow. What would it be? That's a 95, or I think you're ended up 95 probably. Oh, so it's ya. It's just spelled different. Ya. Shivrug. What is yes in, or what is yes in? What's what's yes in? Or excuse me, what is no in? Oh no, we already said. Forgot about this. What's yes in Swedish? Sweden. Shibarug. I don't know. I don't know who has Shib. I don't know about any of that. But this, somebody asked me to look at the other day. Terrible. All look like good swing shorts. I would maybe wait a day or two, you know. But all look like pretty good swing shorts. I saw the video. I didn't watch all of it. Summarize it, Andrew. What's his worst case scenario? 2K, or what does he think? Yeah, what does he think is the worst case scenario? He would probably. I would guess he's probably saying what I'm saying. Probably 9K or something. It's ja in Swedish too. Interesting. In German, is it spelled JA or is it just? I know Norwegian's similar to Swedish. Yeah. And I don't know about Danish. What is it in Danish? What's yes in Danish? I don't know. But, yeah. Oh, it is the same? Okay. But yeah, so, but guys, if you know what Cowan said in his worst case scenario, I'd be curious to hear that. So what's happening at the moment? Waiting for this a little bit longer. Yeah, I mean you're fighting back. She's fighting. She's fighting for that. I think that 3-minute market cipher is giving you what you need here. I think you'll come up a little bit more. You know what I mean? I think you'll get there. That's where you want to take profits at the VWAP. Mid to late August? Really? That soon? That soon? Well, if you bottom out in August for crypto, maybe you won't bottom out until end of year for traditional markets. He doesn't think there's a possibility for it to take longer than that. I don't know if you would. I think it could take longer. Like you could see a false bottom at like 12K then, and then come down lower towards the end of the year. Maybe. It's yaw in Danish. Interesting. Is there any other language besides English where yes is yes, or is that just in English? Does anyone know? What is no in Danish? Now you're coming back down. Oh, 2000 there. Yeah. So I've looked at that. I was comparing it more to Bitcoin, but if you, Andrew, that would be more. It would come down later than August if it's like that. It would be. So if you did, yeah, guys, if you did NDQ compared to like. Let's just take like NDQ post.com. We're right here. So we're right here right now. This would be the 25K. And if you were to, yeah, we're on a logarithmic. Maybe I could even, well, yeah, I mean, it would be let's just see how many months is this? This would be 10 bars. 10 bars from where we are at the peak. And it would be 10 bars, and it would be a 53% drop down. So let's say it'd be crazy if that follows, but it would be 10 bars on the monthly here. 53%. Oh, it's not even that bad. Oh yeah, 11K, 50. How many? Where's 10 bars? December. So I think it could take longer, guys. I think it will be a bottom sometime this year, maybe early 2024 if things get really frickin'. That monthly too, that VWAP's starting to come down with that money flow. That ain't a good sign. Oh boy. I don't know what's going to happen with, well, Sailors should be okay as long as his liquidation is at 3K. Don't know. I'm talking about the big potato. What about what in Dutch is yes and no? Does anyone know? What is yes and no in Dutch? Dutch is distinctive. Like when you hear someone speaking Dutch, like you know that's Dutch. Like that's a distinctive language. Like when I was in Europe, I remember I heard people speaking Dutch. I was like, that is Dutch. Like when you hear Wim Hof speaking Dutch, you're like, that's Dutch, man. You know Dutch. Even if you've never heard Dutch before, you know Dutch. Oh, okay, ja and nee, nee. Yeah, all those European languages are. I don't know, what's more impressive, guys? Being able to speak, let's say, being able to speak five European languages, like English and, let's say English, like French, German, Italian, and Spanish, let's say. Or being able to speak English, Russian, and Mandarin. I think the latter may be more impressive because the languages are just so different from one another. Like that's completely different alphabets. So yeah. Now we're looking a little not as good on 3. So let's put our size if we come down. I wouldn't completely nullify, you know, the odds of coming up here, but it's a little less now. It's a little less now. It's kind of like that, you know, you got that jump up and then, yeah. The ladder, yeah, okay. Anyone here speak multiple languages, like other than just like English and your European native language? Because pretty much everywhere in Europe, it's always like their native language and then English. That's usually what it is. And English is the common language, where if you even travel to other European countries, it's the language you speak typically. Low leverage short. Yiddish. I don't even Yiddish. Espanol. Near to men. Yeah, I don't even know what language is that. This may not work out. So the thing too, let's look at the Dixie too, because I think this is going to continue forward. Yeah. Weekly confirm, monthly coming up. Yeah, 10-day, little trigger wave. Ebonite, I don't even know what that is. Ebonite, Ebonics, I don't know that one. Trying to think too, guys. English, Spanish, and Spanglish. Oh, that's 3 languages. It's all rigged by whales sometimes. Let's look at gold and silver, because you know, they're getting a drop down. That monthly ain't looking too hot on gold and silver. But what happens here? I think they drop down, but I think they continue to outperform the S&P 500 for the most part. And let's say we're about, you know, maybe we're halfway through this bear market for the S&P 500. You get in one drop down the next month or two, and then that's it. But I'm a little hesitant right now. I do think it's not a bad place to get in. I think you'll outperform the S&P 500 for the next few years at least, because of this on the monthly. Like, this looks so good on the monthly, and you're about to cross into the green, which, you know, look at where we are in money flow. You got some, you know, you got a good trajectory, I think. And, you know, that was, you know, it took time. I think it's going to do pretty well. Going to take time, though. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I don't know that. Norwegian, yeah. Don't they show the, like, to teach the kids in, like, Scandinavia English, don't they show them The Simpsons? That's their perception of America. Dumb and fat from that show, they show them that. Probably a good way to learn it. Whales are manipulating it. I mean, the thing too is, like, you gotta realize, like, I was reading the book One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch the other day. I didn't finish it, but part of it. And, you know, I think that ultimately to really have that, the asset can't have any institutional investment, any institutional money in it for you to get that potential huge gains. So, I mean, what doesn't have any institutional money in it at this point? A lot of the top 10 cryptos do. I think AVAX, doesn't AVAX or Amazon, Matic does, Bitcoin obviously, ETH does. I mean, that takes away a lot of them. I think you've got to be out of the top 10. Solana even, right? I forget, but I think you kind of got to be out of the top 10. I feel like this may turn around pretty quickly. Come up a little bit more here. Yeah. I think you'll get a little bit more. I still think you got a good shot with that, but yeah. Whales, yeah. Blame it on the whales, man. Blame it on the belugas. Yeah, I think you'll come up a little bit more here. Didn't quite make it with my trajectory, but a little bit more delayed, you know. I was thinking like that, not quite. Still not quite. Let's see. 99% Ethereum. You're 99% Ethereum. Wow. 1% Bitcoin. Thing too, guys. Oh, guys, by the way, if you're interested in some of my exclusive TA, trade signals, all that, link in the description below for the exclusive Discord. Also, if you want to deposit, create a new trading account, I'll let you do it on any of them. Create a new trading account with on MEXC, BITGET, or BITGET down below. Deposit $100 and shoot me a DM on Discord with your email or UID that you used, email you used to sign up. You have to use my link. Make sure you do that, and I will give you 1 free month in exclusive Discord. But yeah, I think it's a good value. A lot of people really like. We have a good community. I think it's a really good value for what I provide. Most people charge over $100 a month for this type of stuff. So yeah. What's up, Crypto Grizzly? Appreciate you, man. Should I sell all my cryptos if Bitcoin is going to 12K? Not financial advice, but look, I mean, you should sell everything that you don't think you would be forced to sell if things get really rough in 6 months and we enter a bad recession. So you should, if there's an instance where if things really crash, things get really ugly in 6 months, you lose your job, whatever happens, you don't want to be in a position where you're forced to sell at lower areas. So that's what I would say. You don't want to be in that position. Do anything to avoid that position. That would be my advice on that. Not financial advice though. But that's right. You never want to be in the situation where you have to sell, because that's what happens. A lot of people, it's not that they want to sell, but when the market crashes, things get rough. A lot of divorces too. What's the number one cause of divorce? Money issues. A lot more money issues happen during recession. A lot of divorces. That's inexpensive. You got to hire lawyers. You might have to sell your Bitcoin at 9K to pay for a lawyer. You have to sell 1 full Bitcoin to pay your retainer for your divorce lawyer. You know what I mean? That could happen. That could absolutely happen. I'm still in a short. Yeah. I didn't take this one. I don't feel like entering nothing right now, but I didn't take this one. But this is the long I would be in right now if I was to be scalp longing. I think you can come up a little bit more here, especially with this trigger wave. It's still not a bad risk reward ratio. If you were to put a stop loss below there, but yeah. Netherlands, okay, it's Dutch. Yeah. I want to go to Amsterdam. Let's look at some Forex pairs. I'm curious, how is the euro? I think that's people have been saying it's gonna bleed more. I want to, that looks pretty bad. Split our size there. Could be like that though, but I kind of feel like, monthly too, coming down with the VWAP. It might come back to that area. That could be a good short right there. Damn, blood down the 12-hour. I mean, you crank up the leverage on. Where do you guys Forex trade? Any good recommendations on where you guys do it? Interactive brokers. Been there and they just. Yeah, that is in the first world. Yeah, in America, Western Europe, probably most men from 20 to 40 are single. That is true. I mean, there's a lot of loneliness too on both sides. Men and women. It's different in different places wherever you go. But yeah, in America, Western Europe, definitely. In a lot of other countries, it's kind of how America was 20 years ago. Yeah, they're kind of 20, 30 years behind a lot of other places. But yeah, due to money issues and social media. Are you talking about Crypto Grizzly? Are you talking about divorces, or are you talking about the reason why men are single? I think both of those reasons are for both. Those reasons are both. Nation FX, okay. Trading equals capital gains, 730. Both, yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll add that to the that would be more swing trades. Maybe I'll add a section on that in the Discord. It is a lot to, it's just more TA to look at. But the ultimate thing here, I think this would be probably a good short down, probably 1/10%, or no, it is 50. That is a good amount, 50%. If we come this low in, like, I should plan a fucking trip to excuse my language, plan a trip to Europe around here, because that's if it's at that point. Mine Instagram, yeah, evan.aldo. Be aware there's a lot of fake Instagram accounts. I'm gonna get the blue check as soon as you can pay for it. But yeah, DBY, yes, I know. Scott Douglas, you got some plans, man. You got some plans. I like that. The man is planning his retirement. It's $6 million. I like that. I like that. I know a guy that's got 6 mil that's retired. He's overweight and borderline alcoholic and definitely not in good health and does not have a good life expectancy. And he's like in his 60s, so probably would rather be worth, 200 grand and be in good health. Be worth nothing and be in good health and depend on government than be in his position. So money's not everything. We know that. Money's not everything. But it does, if you know how to use it correctly, it does give you a lot of freedom and can make life infinitely better if you know how to use it correctly. Some people can't. It makes you more of what you already are in a lot of ways, which is what Tim Ferriss says. It solves your money issues, but I think, people say it only solves your money issues. It really solves more than your money issues, because you got to realize, like, say you have like some health issue that's kind of mild and, you don't want to pay for it. But then if you have a lot of money, you could get better opinions and better, you know what I mean? Dividends and crypto staking, yeah. You're 72? Wow, and you're waiting for, what was your plan here again? I forget. You were, let's see, I'm going to go back in the chat here. I'm waiting for 7 mil ETH, or no, 7K ETH. And then you'd have 6 mil. If it's all right, so this will be the Ben Cowan comparison, which I think ETH would probably do a little bit better than this. But let's look at NDQ to post.com bubble to, all right, so if we're right here on ETH, I think it would be, we'll just see here. Yeah, I mean, you're right. You're at 15 right now. You're at that jump, and then we come down to 8 or something, make a lower low. I think it could be 600. How long are you waiting to get to 7K? Oh, that's not that long. 6 years, about 6. Well, this was, okay, so 7 years. 6 years, yeah. 6 years. So you'll be 78. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you got free healthcare in Norway. Yeah, that is a good point. You do. I mean, I don't, I forget how that country's probably because they have natural resources and stuff. It's like where, everyone gets it. I know in Canada you get like better healthcare if you do have a job, too. That's how most countries are. You get private healthcare or whatever. But yeah, you got a whale in the chat. Yeah. What was you're the first 72-year-old I've met that's into ETH. I mean, I've met people your age that are into Bitcoin, that probably have Bitcoin, but you're the first one that's into ETH. Let's see, sorry about $100. That's very expensive considering magic internet money is 50, Casper is 60, and with the deal. What? Wait. Willow West, I'm trying to understand what you're saying here. Bro, don't be typing in all caps for no reason. You can do that once in a while. Am I from the USA? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Last time I checked. Sorry, but $100 a month is, I'm not from Canada. Yeah, I'm from the States. Sorry, but $100 a month is very expensive considering magic. I don't understand what that... Polkadot at $1,000. Let's see here. Let's see Polkadot. Let's look at Polkadot. I haven't looked at that in half a minute. what was the prediction? $1,000? Well, let's see. I mean, what type of trajectory would we need to even get that up to 1,000 from where we are right now? That's no, that's not. Oh wait, no. That's what, 174x, I think here, 200x almost. What would the market cap be? I mean, let's just see here. If it's going that high, it's gonna take 10 to 20 years. You may see that in the 2030s if this really takes off potentially. But well, yeah, 10x from. Yeah, I would say in the 2030s if this project makes it, yeah. But right now, I mean, I just don't see a good trajectory here. I think you would see a repeat of one of this or this. Probably more likely this. Yeah, $3 in August. And if that's a fall spot, I mean, yeah, 5-minute bullet down. No, my Discord is $50 a month. But if you sign up to one of my links down below, the Bybit or BitGet or MEXC, deposit $100 and send me the email you used to do it or the UID. I will give you 1 month in the Discord for free. Do I ever trade stock or options? So I'm not into options. I just don't see a reason to do it. I'd rather just use leverage on trades. I'm not an options guy. It's just not in my repertoire. And I don't think you need to use options to do well. I'd rather just use leverage. I would rather just use leverage. So I'm short in the Nasdaq. I've been short in the Nasdaq. I've been short in Apple, a few others. So yeah, what's up, Cozy? So yeah, and yeah, this is the trajectory for Polkadot coming down there. Let's take a look at how Bitcoin is. Ooh, so I didn't take this trade, but it's fictitious kind of to get the jump here. Not doing as well as we would have liked. I was looking at this 3-minute, which did give you a little something on that, that green dot, but now split RSI coming down. I think the market trajectory is changing. We're getting a lot more bullish here, or bearish, excuse me. What platform do I use for stocks? Fidelity mainly, Interactive Brokers a little bit. I'd rather get into Forex than options. I'd rather do more Forex. I wanted to show you guys. This one is, in terms of something to go long against the US dollar, this just keeps like under the radar, low key, just keeps, this is a trailblazer right here, just keeps going. Reverse head and shoulders, you could come up a bit more here. I don't know. I mean, the mixing pay, I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I'd probably be more inclined to go short in the euro, but man, I think it's been long. I mean, I've been talking about going long in this since October, and I mean, you wouldn't be up too much, but 10%, 10% is 10%, man. Mexico's getting more expensive. They didn't print as much money. No, you won't have trouble with drawing money from Bybit or theoretically. You only have trouble with drawing money from them is if they go bankrupt and they close withdrawals. No, they would just if they catch you, they're just gonna make you withdraw. They would never take your money away like that. Only way is if you get hacked or if the platform goes bankrupt, which either of those can happen. Probably not too likely at this point, but I do think at least there's going to be a few more bankruptcies in the next 6 to 12 months, next 6 to 10 months. So yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. I'd stay away from stablecoins right now with the upcoming regulation. I would just take the USD and earn interest on it traditionally. CDs, Treasury, savings account, pick your poison. Yeah, do your own research on that. Yeah. Andrew Freeman, they're gonna catch you, man. You're going to prison for that. They might catch you. You don't need a VPN if you're using MEXC, by the way, guys. And the promos are all really good down below. So check that out. Yeah. XMR, let's take a look. Yeah, with upcoming regulation too, I wonder what will happen to some of these privacy tokens. Yeah, I'm looking at that trajectory based on that, and that's down to $76. That may be a good buying opportunity. Yeah, just not looking good. SPF, it's probably going to take years before they actually have a verdict on that case since he pled not guilty. I mean, that's going to take a while. Yeah, this is coming down. I think it will continue to come down. Let's look at, ooh, she's fighting back. She's fighting back a little bit. A little bit. Yeah, it's a big bullish dip from there. So yeah, and then I want to also look at Zcash. This is another one to keep an eye on. Yeah. Keep an eye on it, but stay the hell away from it for now. Yeah. Andrew, yeah, Romania, they're gonna do another 30 days. I mean, I'll just say this about Tate, like, you know, they won. If they put you in prison, they won. You know what I mean? Whether or not the big names, you do what they don't like long enough, you know, no charges have even been pressed against him. No charges have even been pressed against him, and he's still in prison. So that's how Romania's law works. I mean, theoretically, that could happen to you anywhere, but yeah. Evan, when do you think Ethereum? It's hard to say, man. 7,000 steep. I mean, maybe the best case scenario for that is probably 2025, but I don't know about probably 6,000, man. 7,000, you probably, that would be a good goal by like 2028 to 2030, I would say. It could be longer though, man. Like it could be, that may not be sometime until the 2030s. CryptoFace likes Zcash? I don't know about that. I know the Winklevoss twins though. I didn't hear it. Andrew Tate's still in prison as far as I know. There was no charges pressed against them. Like winning there's not really anything to win. They would just let you out of prison after their investigation or whatever, or press charges against you. But let's see here. Let's look at TRX. I just want to see that pattern. Blue Tron, yeah. And then that was a big, this could drop down quite a bit. I think it's going to be more gradual than that. But yeah, I mean, you got the red dot there. Trajectory like that. One of these. No, I think down. Oh, that was from a while ago, Cozy, I think. 2025 is what you're thinking for 7,000 ETH. You might get it. You might get it if it's like the last, you know, if you could get that, you know, yeah, that's only a 7x from 1,000. I mean, yeah. I would say, though, the best to make a lot of money is to have a good diversified portfolio of altcoins that you probably buy sometime in between the summer and early next year. That's what I would say. It's sometime when Bitcoin dominance gets to at least 50%, I would say. In the accumulation phase. So yeah, no, that's what I'm gonna be doing. But yeah, yeah, it looks like this. I didn't take this one, but yeah, this is a different, guys. This is a different market. This is going to be a much bearish environment going forward, I think. Which coins will I buy when matching down? So that's a good question. Let's see here. So for this, I would stay, to really get good gains, you probably want to stay out of the top 10 or really even out of the top 15 for that matter. And nothing here is too promising. Maybe, I mean, obviously Polygon, it'll do something next bull run, I think. You know, Polkadot probably will. But really to get big freaking gains, you got to be out of the top 15. And I would say Avalanche in the summer, if that really crashes hard, if that's got some good trajectory. Chainlink too. Uniswap maybe. And it's going to be a lot of coins, guys. It's going to be a lot that I'm listing off. Let's just see. I'm going to count how many I'm listing off. 1, 2, 3, 4. OKB I'd probably skip out on. Filecoin I'd probably give it a shot. That's 6. HBAR maybe, that's 7. VeChain maybe, that's 8. Algo, that's 9. ICP, that would be 10, depending on what happens with this. I don't know. And then Phantom maybe, two of these maybe, that'd be like 12. Sandbox maybe, Tezos maybe, that's 14. And then, let's see here, probably not Chili's. Optimum, there's some stuff behind that's 15. This I've had, yeah, that would be 16, Zcash 17. Let's see here. And then once you get out of here, yeah, there's a Fazil here. I would probably get Zil, that's 16. You probably want 20 to 30. Loop ring, that's 17. 1 inch, yeah, probably not. I'd have to do more research. And then I'd probably, out of the top 100, I'd probably take it easy. Maybe Render, okay, that's 15. Helium, or no, it's 16, 17. Helium, that's 18. Those are two possibilities. Yeah, you want between probably 20 and 30 here, and then at this point you're kind of, once you're out of like this, these market caps are so small. Airweave, yeah, Paul Barron's talked to that one's decent. Blur, maybe, depending on what happens. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. We're in the low 20s now. If you put, in between all these, divide everything up by 20 of these, you're probably going to do pretty well in the next bull run. Kusama, maybe some stuff behind that. Let's see here. So yeah, to talk about ETH, flipping Bitcoin, it's possible. Yeah. I don't know about the next bull run, but maybe the one after. Stacks too, yeah, no Near. Near, I didn't even see Near on this freaking list. Near, I don't even forget the 34. Yeah, that would be one of them. You could throw that in, sure. Yeah. And that's probably a really good portfolio because I think like with all of those, and you wait until the next bull run, which is 2025. Man, what would that gain be if you put in 20 out of 20 of those? Well, I'm just trying to think like what trajectory you could see. So let's just say, let's say the average of that would be what maybe Link, what Chainlink does. And I've been talking about buying Chainlink for a while now, and when it does kind of bottom out eventually, maybe in the summer or something, had a little jump up here. I think out of this, wedge or whatever, your technical target's going to be pretty low. I think you're going to end up somewhere around, probably somewhere to $1.50 to $4 or something. And I'm just trying to see also what we could do for this. Yeah, that's the first time ever you're going to get. Curious too about like, is this in the red? Not in the red yet. This looks awful. 2 week probably looks really freaking bad too. Yeah, it's coming down. But you get here, and then assuming you even, that's a 20x. Even if you don't make a new all-time high, even if you just come up to 30 or something, that's a 20x. So you get a 20x out of this. So I think a 20x, 20 to 30x would be your average area in all those, maybe even more. 20x would probably be the conservative number. Liberal number, maybe 50x or something. And if you invested in those 20 to 30 coins, let's say you invested, I don't know, let's just see how much, like 10,000, let's just say, is a small time investor, nothing too crazy. 10 G's times, I don't know, let's say you got 30x, 300 grand. That's, it's enough money for a down payment or it's enough money to buy a Honda Civic at that point. No, I'm just kidding. You got to factor in inflation too. 300 grand, it's a good amount of money. Not life-changing wealth by any means, I don't think. I think life-changing wealth today, like in America or in Western Europe, is probably going to be 500 grand. That's life-changing wealth, I would say, unless you're an idiot and you blow it all or you don't invest it well or whatever. I would say life-changing wealth in a different country, in more of a, most of the other parts of the world is probably 100 grand. That would be pretty much life-changing wealth. You probably retire in some countries still with 100 grand as long as you're pretty frugal. Although it's probably harder today. I don't know how good your quality of life would be. But yeah, I mean, they're about to, if they announce no staking in Coinbase, that's, with government regulation coming. And then, so you get that 300 grand. Let's say if you invested 50 grand. These are big boy numbers. You get a 20x, it's $1 million. You invest 50 grand. Let's say you get a very liberal 50x, maybe. 2.5 million. That's life-changing money. You know, that's probably enough to retire in any, maybe not New York City or any of the real expensive ones, but yeah, even it depends. It depends on a lot of factors, but you know, that it depends on a lot of things. But I mean, 2.5 million, that's life-changing money by most people's means. Even if you're $1 million is life-changing money, I think we'd all agree with that. $1 million is still life-changing money. Not what it used to be, but still, it's life-changing money. I would say 500,000 is life-changing money. Ethereum will be like the internet on steroids and make money with fees and advertising. So I think that Ethereum is going to end up like the Microsoft Office of it all, and it's, you know, it's not going to be the best thing ever, but it's going to get the job done. It's going to do well. So yeah. So a lot of these altcoins you can't even, well, thing with leverage too, a lot of these altcoins you can't even use leverage on. I probably wouldn't mess with the leverage there. You're probably, for altcoins, for that accumulation, this isn't financial advice, don't do this, this never ends well, but you're better off with like, you know, I don't know, borrowing again. I mean, you can't even do that anymore. Yeah, well, no, you can, trying to borrow against them or something, but I don't know, be careful. Be careful with any type of leverage other than when it's like a calculated type thing, I would say. But you could make some. I mean, if you were to, I don't know, something like Arweave, you know, maybe if this does really well. Oh, wow, that's dumping. But, you know, let's just say, you know, say it goes to here and then goes back to, that's a big profit. And then the possibilities are pretty high with this. The other one, I forget, Aave has some potential. I think maybe not, though. This would be for a diversified portfolio. I mean, I think you're going to come down farther here. But, let's see there. To that point, yeah, that's almost like another, yeah. But you come down to 40-something. This would be pretty resilient if it's maybe there. That's a big jump. I mean, you could get 20Xs. Thoughts on Hex, man? Not right now. Yeah, these altcoins, this is to buy them in about between 6 and 12 months. Let's see. I think it's just about topped out. And this is coming up a little bit more. Money flow high, yeah. I think that ultimately you're going to see a repeat of like one of these another time here. This crap could go down a lot, guys. Like, I think this will go down to 1 cent. So this would be a good time to get the hell out, I would say. 7 cents. And this pumped up a lot here. And it's sketchy the way he does it, Richard R. He's probably going to try to release, does anyone know what's happening with Pulse when he's going to release that? But yeah, what's up, LLH? So yeah, assuming that if you use minimal leverage and you don't get liquidated, maybe 1x leverage, you could get a little bit more gains. I don't know if I would do that with alts, though. I don't know if I would do that with alts. But yeah, and you do have fees though too. If you're going on the way up in the bull run, you're probably better off to try to stake the stuff. You know what I mean? If you could stake it on decentralized areas like Exodus, you know, Ledger. You look like that's great, man. Are you in the U.S., Douglas? You're even older than my dad is. When did he release? Is this when it was released? 20, yeah. Well, yeah, right before. So he would be waiting until freaking probably sometime in 2024 to release it then. And yeah, I mean, you probably, if you release at the wrong time, your coin probably doesn't need much utility. Just trying to think here. NFTs too, I think mid to late this year. Probably a good time to get into some NFTs. Probably the blue chips, you know, maybe a mutant ape if you could get real low with those. I don't know what those cost. Let's see what the NFTs are. They probably came down a bit, and I think they're going to come down a lot, especially as ETH comes down. Let's take a look here. How are the Trump ones doing? They're up, I know that, but I think that's, okay, half an ETH. What's the cheapest you could get this here? Oh, God. $800. I think those could go down to 100 or something. I mean, I'm not an expert on NFTs, but I think it could go down quite a bit. Also, let's look at the mutant apes because, I mean, obviously, you know, Bored Ape, that's like baller, like freaking, you know, let's look at what the average person might be able to afford, you know. Even this would probably be kind of out of the question, but still, 24 grand, geez, I forgot it was that high. But if we get a big drop down with ETH, I think this could go down to, Jesus, just look at this. Between 1 to 5,000, I know it's a big range. Maybe 5,000 would be a good shot on this. $5,000, you know, anything below 5,000 maybe. Whatever it's at when it looks like the market's more bottomy in 6 to 12 months. But yeah. So if you were staking decentralized Vegas, like on Exodus, you would have been fine with Solana. Would have went down, but you know. The staking is risky, but if you do it decentralized, it's less. I wouldn't recommend staking all the alts. You'd want a diversified portfolio, probably between 20 to 30 alts. 20 to 30 alts, I would say. Between 15 in terms of market cap to all the way to like 150 something, maybe 20 to 30 out of those, you would make a good buck, and then maybe a handful of maybe new ones, you know, play around with some small amounts, you know, throw $500 in or something. Not financial advice, throw maybe $500 in. What I would do, throw $500 in like some that have potential to go up 1,000x. What's 1,000x out of 5? So that's 5,000. Yeah, I mean 500 grand. You may get lucky there. Possible. You're probably not going to have those crazy gains anymore either. I wouldn't mess around with ICOs too much. Most of them will go to zero. So yeah, I'm curious how Celsius. I mean, this was one that a lot of people I know did well with in the last jump up, and now, yeah, obviously essentially at zero because the company is bankrupt. But I mean, look at this trajectory. This was from the all-time high, basically down 95. So yeah, I mean, we know. Maybe this is more data. Yeah, this is probably delisted from everything. Yeah. But yeah. Put $1 million in. Oh, wow. Put $1 million into ETH. Wow. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you have that on a hardware wallet. Let's see here. I want to look at Crow. How's that? The CEO has proved us wrong. There's no even FUD of them even shutting down their staking. He's like, that CEO is like, he proved us all wrong. But this don't look good now. Bearish div on that weekly, or 3-day, excuse me. I don't know. Could this survive? You come down to like 4 or 2 cents or some crap here? I don't know. Can it survive? Well, that's a double bottom there, that trajectory, but ooh, if it's like this, boy, if it's like that. 3 cents, I don't know. Can Crypto.com survive? I don't know. Yeah. South Dakota. Oh, that's why you're Norwegian. Yeah, there's a lot of Norwegian population in those, or German population too. Vegas twice, better place to own. Better place to own. So yeah, Vegas is nice. I wouldn't mind living in Vegas. Probably Vegas and Florida would be my two. San Diego. Oh, okay. I thought you meant South Dakota. Staking a decentralized, it's simple. You just go on Exodus and click a button. I could do that basic videos like that with the hardware wallet, but that's like rudimentary. There's tons of videos that'll show you how to do that. they would show you on the X's site or the Ledger site. There's tutorial videos on how to do that. I could do it though. Yeah, if you guys want that. Do you guys want more content like that? Like, I'll give you more of the game plan too. Of like where, which ones I'm gonna get into. Billions in liquidity. Yeah, whales are getting ready to dump on all of you guys. On all of us. Oh, how's that, where was it? Yeah, that would have been, lower low there. I mean, really the best place for a stop loss for this would be, if you're below there, you'd be okay. I don't know about this, I'm not doing anything right now with this. Yeah, maybe I'll do more videos on maybe I'll show you how to, maybe I'll buy a ledger. I use a treasure right now. Maybe I'll buy a ledger and show you, but it's like a little premature for that because I'm not buying no altcoins yet. In 6 months probably, in the summer, but we'll see. 6 months would be like the minimum. I mean, I might wait. I gotta, spiral lines, please. Start talking about them. Yeah. Spiral lines are in my course. I do have a course too, by the way, if you guys are interested. It's a really good beginner course. A lot of people really liked it. Link in the description below. I'm going to add more stuff to it. Some stuff on a little bit more on scalp trading too, with the high leverage scalps, and CBD, open interest, stuff like that a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, that was a nice rejection off of that. Yeah. Really, the trade to be that would have been the trade to make would have been short from there. Well, you'd still be probably waiting for an outcome, but yeah, just around spiral. And he's saying we want these. These are gonna, let's see, board. What are these going for? $100,000. I could see it going down to 20. Maybe, yeah. Things got rough with ETH. 10 to 20. That might be the place to get in. 10 to 20. Imagine you hold this and it becomes worth $1 million. Yeah. You're probably better off my altcoin strategy though. But, so there is a discount code for the course down below. It's on Bear Market 20% off. So yeah. It's a video course and there's text too. The weather, the beach and bay, The beach and bay is a little bit here now. I've only been to San Diego once. I gotta go back. People like it, West Coast Canada, like Vancouver. Yeah, I mean, California, taxes are outrageous. That's the main issue. But there are, some nice places. I mean, it's cheaper now, in respect to a lot of other things. Cosmic and trading card NFTs, make a collection offer, like to buy the whole collection. Wow. That's how you rug pull, right? Just sell the whole thing. Yeah, it's still high, but housing, I know California's probably seen the biggest drop in housing, but it's still it's still high though. But yeah, no, it's expensive as hell. I mean, that's really what's seen a lot of the inflation. But I think that's starting to move around a little bit, because if you look at this guy, this is a short fund in real estate with leverage. I think you're going to see a big drop in real estate like everywhere over the next, 6 to 12 months. Nice trigger wave right there. The last one, I mean, didn't really work out too well here. Well, no, it did. He came up, what I was looking at on the weekly, that didn't work out well. He just came right back down. But The thing here is like, I think this stuff is going to finally play out and bring you up. That's what I'm thinking. Where am I located? Florida. Miami, man. Point Luma, yeah. California is nice. I enjoyed my time there. Something about California, man. There's something cool about it. I lived in LA, I mean, for a year, mainly during COVID, but it was still like Orange County. Like, it's nice. I think San Diego is a lot like Orange County in my view, I think. Amazing. Yeah, like you realize why so many people live there. But, you know, I mean, if I had to choose between like there and Florida, I'd pick Florida, but yeah. Somebody just sent me, Douglas, were you, what was your career? It's probably somebody was saying, well, I don't want to like say what it was, but what did you do for a living when you worked, if you mind sharing? Traffic. Yeah, LA traffic, it's terrible in Miami too, but I mean, that's the thing too. It's like, you know, driving 4 miles takes a half hour. Yeah. I like Miami. I like Florida. I mean, ultimately, you know, there's pros and cons no matter where you go. I mean, I like the warm climate. I don't really like the American culture too much, like a lot of the way that people act. It is very superficial, but that's, I mean, people say Miami, but that's really all of America for that matter nowadays. I like how I'm close to a lot of stuff. You know, I know a lot of people here. Yeah, you want to be in a place that's, you know, good for your health, good for, you know, a lot of things like that. You know, very good for staying active. Miami is extremely expensive. It's coming down a little bit, but compared to what it was, obviously pre-COVID, we're at like double as much. Yeah. Which I feel like people aren't as pissed off as they should be about that. You know what I mean? People aren't. Like, people, in terms of like rent increases, you know, housing increases, people aren't as ticked off as they should be about that. Sarasota, I've never really been to Sarasota. I've been to Tampa, but not, I've been to Marco Island. Yeah. I mean, a lot of Florida is kind of the same in certain ways. Yeah. It's a great place. Private jet charter company. Yeah, somebody, I don't want to say it, but somebody like DM'd me, like one of your passengers was pretty well known. I'm not gonna say like who it was, but I don't know if they're right, but they probably Googled her name or something. Yeah. Private jet charter company. That must be the life, flying planes around Southern California. And I've met a few pilots from like Canada, from Vancouver. Soul being a dead project. Honestly, I think he's probably right, but never say never. Anything's possible. I think there's just better things to make more money with, you know. So I don't see, you know. How do I like my RDX? It's a good car. I like it. Yeah, it's a car I still have. Not a bad car. We'll keep it for now. I'm not like a huge car guy, but, you know, good luxury SUV. "40-year retired pilot." Huh. Nice. I flew with I don't know if you probably wouldn't know this name, but Morgan Kaolian. He died a few years ago, but I flew with him in a small plane. I forget what the hell he was, but he was like 85 years old when I flew with him, and yeah. Morgan Kaolian. He was a famous pilot, like from Connecticut or something. Yeah. I gotta go to Martha's Vineyard. That's what I want to do. Never been there. Gotta do more stuff in the Northeast too. I'm gonna be going up to the Northeast, obviously, in the summer. I mean, that's where I'm originally from, see family and whatnot. But yeah. You're bored. Huh. You still in California? I mean, I would kind of guess for anyone your age you're either freaking courage, balls of steel, putting $1 million in ETH, or you obviously have enough money where if that million went to nothing, you'd be okay. What decentralized exchange rates for staking apart from Exodus? Oh, it's only Exodus right now. You could do it on a ledger though. There's probably a few others. There was a staking pool for AVAX. Some of them have their own. Might move to Asia next year, lower cost, much more trading hours. Yeah, to a certain extent, Andrew Friedman. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it depends what you want, where you want to go. Thailand's pretty good. Thailand's probably the best, like, of both worlds, I'd say. The Philippines, there's there. Where are you thinking? Martha's Vineyard's overrated. There's Nantucket, too. Oh, yeah, I know it's overrated, but I want to go at some point. How's that? The island, whatever the hell it's called, that island off of California, is that worth going to? I never did that. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing too. That's where it kind of blew up. It probably blew up more, because of COVID. People move into Southeast Asia or what country are you thinking about, Andrew Freeman? Southeast Asia, with the invention of like the iPhone 4, that's where like GPS, where it was so easy to kind of get around and do that. Taiwan or Japan? Well, Japan's expensive, I thought. Is it lower cost of living? Those are the most expensive parts. I'd probably stay away from both of those, but yeah. You're moving to Las Vegas, nice. Las Vegas is cheap, yeah. Yeah, Catalina, that island, yeah. I had a lot of fun the times I was in Las Vegas. I don't know if I'd enjoy living there, though. I'd probably get bored there, I feel like. I don't know. There's more, like Miami's a better place to live, I would say, than Vegas overall. But in terms of bang for your buck, Vegas is up there. You probably get sick of the desert a little bit. Philippines, yeah. I mean, people like Philippines is pretty cool, I've heard. I've been to Thailand, but I want to go to more of those Asian countries. Probably the Philippines I want to go to. Maybe Vietnam. That'd be a good, go to Europe and then Dubai and then there. There's probably 2 trips I'm going to do. One where I start in either Europe or Dubai and then from there go to Southeast Asia. And the other one would be start in Ecuador, go from there to Machu Picchu, see the Galapagos, from all states, yeah. Yeah, I mean, people move around a lot, yeah. Thank you for being here, Douglas. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody. It looks like this is going to start to play out pretty well now. Come up a little bit higher here in the short-term ones. To that point, you might get the bear bullish dip potentially there. You got to confirm green. Ooh, that was a bullish div, so that could, yeah. Once that, you came down. Yeah, if you did. I thought everybody, yeah. Spanish trailed? I don't know what you mean by that. As its place, Spanish trailed. Everyone speaks a little English in Philippines. I thought they all speak pretty good English there. Maker and taker fee. That's more, it depends how much leverage you're using. On MEXC, if you do a limit order, so that you would be a maker, you pay no fee. The maker fee, I mean, you try to at least, if you're marketing in, you want to definitely limit out, I would say. Actually like Four Seasons though. Oh, let's see. Thailand would be good, yeah. Yeah, Thailand, unless you're like somewhere in the mountains, probably, yeah. Yeah, it is hot in those places, yeah. I like the warmer climate, but yeah. It says 0.06. Yeah. It's a percentage, Steven, of the total. This is coming up a bit. Here. Yeah, I think you're going to start to come up a bit here. I think it may be, if you were to, I mean, it'd be kind of risky. I don't know if you'd get that high, but back up to 23 would be a decent shot here. And that's just typically what happens. I think kind of yeah, and then you're going to get the hourly. You're probably going to come up, you're going to get that bullish dip, I think. So you're probably going to come up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it a night. It's 11:30, a little bit later. And appreciate you guys for showing up. If you guys are interested in the exclusive Discord, the link is in the chat there. And if you guys are interested in BITGET, BITGET, MEXC, if you sign up to any of them and deposit $100 at least at minimum, I will give you 1 free month in my exclusive Discord. Send me a DM on Discord, send me a message on Discord with the email or the UID you used to sign up, and I will honor that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. Please leave a like, please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Also, I do have a trading course, the link in the description below, 20% off, discount code BEARMARKET20. A lot of people really liked it, really good beginner course, I would say. So you guys have a good one. Good.